Hello there, everyone out there in Access Agile land, which used to be Agile 20 Reflect. Gosh, I'm even forgetting the name. The Access Agile brand is much easier to say, actually. The amount of videos I did where I kind of misstepped it. I'm here today with a great friend of mine, Jo Masraff, one of my favorite Canadian Scots. You you kind of navigated back to the home country. Um, yeah. Do you want to say a few things about yourself, Joe? Who are you? What are you? Why are you?
Maybe we don't go into that, right? Hi, everybody. I'm Joanna or Jo. I live in Scotland. I'm an agile delivery lead for M&G Prudential. I did a bunch of work in RBS NatWest with Scott and a lovely group of other agile coaches, mostly in the area of the community of practice, also in kind of the DevOps maturity space. So I have some technical background, some coaching background, some Scrum Mastery background. I'm a woman of hopefully many talents, hopefully. And I'm here because I'm going to be the Scottish ambassador for the Access Agile Festival in October, which is super exciting. And there you go. That's me.
That's awesome. There you go. We've got a different background now. We got the dates up there. Okay. Joe came in, into this relatively recently, and we're running an October experiment, which is slightly different from the experiment we ran in February, and we're trying to learn from where we're at in it. One of the reasons I'm super excited that Joe's here is Joe really helped me understand communities of practice, how to set them up, how to work. I'm a great fan of the kind of the work she did. Joe and I also work very closely with Martin Burns. So a lot of the things that Martin mentored Joe, to be completely honest, and as I said this in the early videos, a lot of what we're doing in the festival came because of Martin's work, and Martin's cross, kind of. Martin talked to all the tribes. Yeah, he talked to safe
Yeah.
people, he talked to Kanban people, he talked to lean agile people, he talked everywhere. And in all that controversy over methods and everyone taking individual high grounds, Martin had so much compassion and so much love for other people. So the elements of this that I think are really important that we've tried to take forward is one, this is for everyone. Yeah. Martin, yeah, and again following Martin's tradition. And the other thing is, we really are trying to be emergent here. Martin was always into new ideas. He called himself a settler. So he wasn't out there creating things. He took everyone else's ideas and pulled them into great ways to work. And that's again what we want to do here. And the other thing, Martin mentored people and he helped people and he brought people into this and into Agile. And he had infinite patience. Yeah. And our
Yeah.
focus here is compassion, bringing everyone together, learning, but sharing that learning to new people. Okay. And bringing new people in. And this is why we're going to focus on ambassadors and regional development people who can work in language, work within particular cultures, bring people in, bring learning, and really bring this up to a whole new generation. Do you want to talk a little bit about Martin?
Martin, he was so humble in the way that he did things. He never seemed like an expert, even though he always spoke like an expert, if that makes any sense. He brought me into much further into the community than I would have been able to myself. He made me feel like a part of it. And he was always there to offer help when I asked for it. So yes, he is a big highlight for me in the whole agile process. We introduced through Martin, so wouldn't have that star in my life if it wasn't for Martin. So he was always making sure that I considered all of the angles. He asked really good questions, and I hope that I have a little bit of him in what I do.
So I'm going to turn it around a bit here. I don't think the festival would exist if it wasn't for you. I don't know if you remember back to Martin's funeral. You took me aside and you said, you realize no one of us could replace what Martin did. But why don't we all try and do different things? And then what did you set up?
The Hive remote in Scotland, but the Hive remote. So we were one of the first remote only meetups
Yeah,
for agile sessions and talks and a little community there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And that really kind of so here's how it worked. Sath, you, me, lots of people in Scotland were there. You did remote by default, and primarily remote by default was because of.
I'm a single parent, so I had to come home and look after my child. So I couldn't really get out to many meetups. So I felt I was missing out. So it was purely selfish, really.
Yeah,
I wanted to gain the learnings in a way that was possible for me, which was remote.
yeah. And then when COVID struck, Sath and I just used your patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we pivoted the future of work, with Donald and that, but we'd already had the pattern there. So the way this kind of works is Martin inspired you and me. Martin died. Martin's funeral, we say we should do some more things. The thing you want to take forward is the remote thing. The world hits COVID, and suddenly we start doing remote meetups. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Future of Work remote meetups, which I'm not that involved in now, but I was a bit more involved in then. Apparently, my humor was a bit much for him.
Never.
I suddenly realized that we could actually use the kernel of the ideas that you'd had, yeah, and we could pull together a festival. And because we both come from Edinburgh, we know the Edinburgh Festival template. So all I did was clash the remote ideas that you had that then Sath had built into getting bigger names into local meetings, and then clash that in with the festival setting, and we had the festival. Yeah.
And it was amazing.
So you weren't around in February. What was going on with you?
Well, I couldn't get involved to start with because I moved house and there was a lot of work to do still going on. And then I was intending to come along to many events in February just as an attendee, and I had a car crash in the first week in February, and I fractured my spine in 6 places. So I was basically on my back in my bed, still occasionally trying to zoom in. Not very successfully, but I did try. I saw a couple of events. They were amazing. I wish I'd been able to see more. And I'm so glad that we have the archive of that so people can go back and look at some even if they couldn't attend in February.
Good, good. So it's amazing having you here. It's amazing having you part of the, being an ambassador, being part of
Thank
the
you.
experiment. I love the fact that you're looking at the technology side as well. So, we've had some changes there. We had our good friend Carl doing some things there. Access World, which kind of came out of this, has really taken off. So yeah, that's taking Carl and Sabrina's time, and I love that. I love the idea that this is a bit of a collision space where people can meet. They met in the festival. They then started doing some broadcasting for the festival. They learned that Agile World had a real potential, and then they go off and do it. So again, that kind of nursery of ideas that we're trying to do here
Yeah.
is brilliant. So I love the fact that you're trying to fill Carl's shoes. I know he's laughing when he hears that, and a little bit. I'm working with Ash and things on the website, and I know we've kind of forked the website in between Access Agile website and the old website, and then when we went to turn the old website off, everyone said, "Hey, can't turn that off. We're using it." We didn't really know anyone was using it. And Tim's coming in. We'll do a little introduction video with Tim. Tim's coming in to do a little bit of the architecture thinking around about that. But I'm so glad that you've stepped into the thinking about the delivery. Post October. I think the other thing is we are announcing we're going to do something in February. So let's do the learning from October, the learning from last February, and then let's come up with a sprint plan so we can have a little bit of a
Yeah.
roadmap as to what we do to next February. So it's nice and relaxed. So it's you're an inspiration to me. I am so glad you're here. You bring so much energy, and I'm so glad that you're healing and well. Because although you had this accident, you didn't tell me until summer.
No.
Yeah.
I was bad with that. Yeah. I didn't tell many people. I think I told about 4 people, and that was about it.
Yeah. And what I tended to do in COVID was I would check people occasionally, and I remember checking occasionally again, just touching wheels, just to make sure everyone's okay. But a lot of people have been going through mental health things. A lot of people have been going through, emotional things. I know of at least
Yeah.
I know of at least one friend of mine who's actually decided to divorce during COVID, but they've got shared property, and it's just been an absolute nightmare. It's like
Oh, wow. Yeah.
your prison cell is sending you, your prison mate is sending you lawyer letter. So there's a lot going on. So I've been tending to kind of keep distant, but you're a reminder that that if anyone's out there struggling needs to speak, I am here.
Yeah.
I don't feel that if you talk to me, you're burdening me. I just love to know where my friends are, but I am giving you space. If you're quiet, I'm assuming there's stuff going on. All right, so welcome on board. Okay, thank you very
Thank you.
much, and we'll find
Thank you
this
very
out now.
much.